All right, welcome back, Mr. Jeffrey's class. I'm in my lumber gear because we're fixing to just chop through this lesson real quick. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. All right, so we're kind of wrapping up our unit right here on solving systems of equations. Now, we're tying it all together, choosing the best method. Now, this is kind of how, if it's this way, if it looks like this, we do this. If it looks like this, we do this. All right, so this is kind of why. All right, so graphing. Okay, if both equations are y equals, now I would actually go as far as say both equations are y equals and there's fractions. Okay, uh, because if there's fractions, I know I'm not going to set them up and set them equal to each other. If there's fractions, I'm not going to try to use -2/3 to do that. Okay. Substitution. Oh, biscuits. All right. Substitution. That's when one equation has a variable alone, like it's a y equals or a x equals. Now, we'll see instances where we could probably easily get one of these to be like one of the things by itself. You can change that. That's not a problem. And then some people straight up elimination is when we have the same terms, different signs. This is what we talked about on Friday. Okay. And the extra examples is when I could probably get rid of one. Now, I said elimination here. You could easily like solve either the top or the bottom for x and plug in, but if I see this, I'm going to multiply by -1 and eliminate. That's just a Mr. Jeffries thing. Okay. Now, you will have this is the part of the test that I'm changing. You will have questions on the test where you will just tell me how you would solve these, and you're going to kind of tell why. And when I say kind of tell why, you're not going to like, do you think I want to read very long sentences? No. I mean, look at your definitions. Both are y equals, variable alone, same terms, different signs. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at number one. Here's our problem. All right. It says state the best method to solve by circling. Okay. So we have graph, substitution, elimination. What do you think is going to be the best method here? Graph. All right. Why? Both are y equals. Okay. See? Y equals, y equals. Oh. Okay. Now, I'm a lazy person, so if I write something down, it might be important. All right. What about number two? Which method do you think we would be the look? When I say best method, I mean this is the Captain Obvious jump up, smack you in the face kind of. You should be able to find it obviously method. Okay, that's what the second handout's for later. That y'all don't have it yet. All right. The question was, are we going to work these out? That's what's coming up later. All right. So, which method are we going to use? Substitution. Y, one variable by itself. and it's this right here. I have a y equals, okay? Number three, which method? Yeah, this one is straight up elimination. We have same terms. Oh man, I totally decided to make my own language there for a second. I'm not J.R.R. Tolkien. All right, and that's right here. Same terms, different signs. Now, these three, we're going to put like little stars, little asterisks by them. These would be the ones that we would see on the test, okay? Where we would have to explain. We would not see something like number 4 where we would have to circle one of these and explain, and this is why. Is there an obvious answer for number 4? No. So many people are going to say this. So many people are going to say substitution because you could solve for x and then plug in. So many people are going to say elimination by multiplying. Okay? So, believe it or not, this one actually has two answers. Yeah, and this has two answers, and this depends on, is it preferred or preferred method? Okay, if it was Mr. Jeffries, I would multiply this top by 4 and I'd cancel the x, but that's just me. Okay, because we know Mr. Jeffries likes elimination, right? I like getting rid of things, pew, pew, that kind of stuff. All right, this is when I don't know if I told y'all the story about the young lady that she would sit there. She loved this because she could kill math. She was in the middle of the test and she would go, die! When she would cancel out one of the variables. Okay, kind of had to talk to her. I'm like, okay, I love that you're getting excited about this, but I need you to kind of quiet down because she actually was startling the other students while she was taking the test. Like it was quiet, and then all of a sudden you would just hear that high pitched, shrill noise, and people would jump. All right. What about number 5? Does number 5 does it have a straight up Captain Obvious answer? Uh, because that's probably on your preferred method, right? All right. So you could actually you could solve for x, you could solve for y. This could be either. Okay. This, depends. Look, because when this is when people that love substitution, they're like, "Oh, I could do this." To me, that takes too long. I would sit there. I see a multiple. I would multiply this by -2 and get rid of the y's. But it depends on. Uh, can my hang on? I don't know how to spell that. Is it preferred or preferred? Okay. All right. So that one depends. So you wouldn't necessarily have won like 4 and 5 on the test Wednesday, but you might see something like that later in life. Like when I say later in life, I'm talking about one of these stupid standardized tests that everybody thinks makes the world go round. Okay. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that standardized tests is not a good thing one day, but yeah. All right. Now, number 6. Do you think number 6 has a straight up Captain Obvious answer? Yeah, this one does. Okay, this one would be graphing. Okay, why both are y equals. Okay, so they're both y equals. That's why it would be something like that. Now, on these that we're doing the asterisks by, the first 3, I'm going to have they are straight up Captain Obvious. I'm going to say solve. You get to pick your own method. There's some more other questions you'll see tomorrow on your practice test, but y'all are going to be a lot better than you think. All right, now what about number 7? Is number 7, does it have a straight up Captain Obvious? Okay, why do you think so? Mm-hmm. And this is it. We have one variable by itself we can substitute in. Okay. Now, number 8 is probably where a lot of us are going to agree to disagree. Okay. I'm not going to put a asterisk on it, but I think it is a straight up Captain Obvious thing. And the reason why I'm not going to put a asterisk on it is somebody in my position should see that it's a straight up Captain Obvious. Okay. I believe that this is elimination because I could multiply this by 3 to make this be a negative 3y. Okay? But again, you could probably do it by substitution, anything like that. Okay? Now, what's going to happen now is I'm about to pass out a handout that has the same 8 problems that we just did, and y'all are going to solve them. Now, if you disagree with some of these that don't have the asterisks on them, you have the option to solve them your preferred way. Okay? That's your I'm not going to force you to use a method that you don't like. Okay? We're not going to do that. All right? So, get y'all ready. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.